Spencer remembers taking COM300 when he went to WSU.
A lot of stress and pain.
He's not alone.
In my terms, this is a necessary evil.
This was kind of the dreaded course of this semester.
COM300 is a core class that focuses on writing in Associated Press, or AP style. This is the format newspapers and media companies use.
It's a whole new type of writing. It's a new style. There are new concepts. So I think with most of these concepts being introduced to students for the first time, most everyone finds it pretty challenging.
However, COM300 has a reputation at WSU. There's even online articles and Reddits about it.
I just remember wanting to just curl over and die every single time.
It definitely disheartens a lot of students.
It's rigorous for a reason.
If you're in a newsroom, you're writing several stories a day. And so having the students write one story per class is pretty reasonable.
You have to focus on things like active voice and subject, verb, object.
However, students have seen results from taking the class.
Since I got a CNN internship this summer, a lot of the things that I learned in this class were things I were able to apply to my interview.
Some even enjoyed it.
I loved COM300. Everything that I've learned in that class, I still use today.
While COM300 may be rigorous and beneficial, is it too hard of a class?
I took it 3 times, did not graduate as a Murrow student. My final grade on the 3rd try was, I think, a D+, so like just there.
COM300 can only be taken up to 3 times. After that, students can no longer continue in the Edward R. Murrow College of Communication. And Spencer isn't alone in COM300 struggles.
I had to take it 3 times, and I just barely passed the 3rd time.
We were getting up to almost 40% overall, not making it through. A's are very rare.
Almost 40%. If you were to take 35% from the spring 2021 amount of COM300 class seats, which is 109, that would be 38 students out of 109 that would not have passed the class. However, faculty are making efforts to make the class a little more accommodating.
A comma misplaced or misspelling of a word may have been an F error for students, and that's not the case anymore. Now we've decided an F error is if we have to correct something, like you would have to run a correction in the newspaper.
While trying to make adjustments, staff still stand by the course.
The famous F grade for misspelling a person's name or getting an address or a major fact wrong. That F grade exists to reinforce how important it is to get things right.
So we put them out with a degree, and their writing won't qualify them to get a job in the industry. Is that more fair to them?
And so do students.
You know, Murrow is Murrow because of this class. Like, I think without it, it wouldn't have that kind of, name and reputation to it.
In the real world, when we have, professional communication jobs, they're not going to be lenient if we misspell things or if we get a name wrong or something like that.
There's also tips they've learned from the class.
Leave all the distractions at the door. When you walk into that class, give it your full attention.
Use up the whole time that you're there.
I went to the peer mentors for a lot of the first part of when I was taking the class.
If you fail a paper, which everyone in COM300 does, it's not the end of the world. You will still pass the class, but it is a learning lesson.
I'm Luke Walker, Murrow News 8.